What's up, guys? It is a beautifully miserable, cold, rainy, windy spring day here in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm in Monongahela National Forest today. I've driven up a forest road here and I'm about to head down to a waterfall along a creek called Big Run. I actually walked down earlier, just like 5 minutes ago. The water is raging. It's misty everywhere. It's going to be really hard to shoot. I'm going to have to bring plenty of microfiber cloths to wash off the front of the lens. I might not even be able to record down there, but I'll bring all the gear down and give it a shot. Otherwise, you might just have to see the final results. Alright guys, so I made it down to the waterfall. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear me through all the rain and the winds and the waterfall, the giant waterfall in the background there. So I'm just on the edge of the forest right now, and I'll just kind of give you a little rundown of what I'm looking for. I'm going to have my 16 to 35 on, definitely backed out and wider. I've got my polarizer on to help cut down on some of the glare. It's a really open canopy here, so big gray overcast sky, and the water picks up, a lot of that. So with the polarizer, you can really dial down the reflection and make the water look a lot richer in color. There's tons of foam being kicked up when the waterfall is crashing down the face there, and that should make some really cool leading lines if I can find the right spot where the bubbles are basically kind of coming past my lens with a slightly longer exposure. Probably a couple seconds at ISO 100, f16, thereabouts. I'm gonna have to get in there quick. There's mist basically being pushed down the valley by the wind. So I've got all my microfiber cloths, and I'll be drying off the lens a lot. Hopefully, put the lens cap on, kind of try to set up the composition roughly, take the lens cap off, and just get a couple shots at a time before the lens gets all misted over. So. Anyways, I'll head out there now. Wish me luck. Really awesome shoot down there. I've never seen the water flowing like that before. It was definitely tricky to shoot in, but just checking the front of the lens constantly and wiping it down when you need to, and just when you take a picture, kind of review it and make sure there's no crazy water spots all over. The flow of the water was beautiful. The foam was beautiful. It was really cool. Now that we're done here, I am going to head up the road and head to a different waterfall that I actually found like 2 years ago. I've been coming to this part of West Virginia for like 10 years now, and one day, just during the middle of the day, I was feeling inspired to get out and scout more, and there was a creek, just a tiny creek that you cross on a dirt road, and decided to walk down it. And as I was walking through the stream, I heard just super loud waterfall, and there's like 4 or 5 waterfalls they're gorgeous actually. So it was a cool day. It was a cool thing to find that. I've only photographed these waterfalls in lower water before, in autumn, so I'm really excited to see what they're gonna look like with this heavy spring flow right now. Okay, so taking a quick detour here. As you're going along this forest road, there's a tiny little pull-off and a little path that leads out to an overlook in the distance. And today, with all of the rain, we have beautiful fresh spring foliage and fog rolling through the valleys. It's getting cold, as you can see. There's snow flying through the air right now. Tomorrow I'm gonna head up to a higher elevation, Spruce Knob, the highest mountain in West Virginia. It's like 4,800 square feet. Not square feet, 4,800 feet above sea level. We might get like an inch of snow overnight, which could be really cool with the spring foliage up there. Anyways, guys, onwards to the waterfalls.
The waterfall like I did last time, so I had to go over into these rhododendron thickets. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I'm glad I'm down here. If you don't try, you can't take any good images, right? So here we go. Alright guys, so we made it. Sorry for yelling at you and being so close to the camera right now, but it is loud as hell right here. I've got a great composition set up behind me. This waterfall is my favorite of the bunch, and I love the cascading steps. With the high water level right now, there's a ton of foam being kicked out right here, and that's streaming right into my foreground of my composition. I'm using a shutter speed of 1 to 2 seconds. I settle on an aperture range between f11 to f16, and then I'll vary the ISO to change subtly the shutter speed. A longer shutter speed is going to make for a smoother image in the water area, and a slightly faster shutter speed, but not too fast, is going to give more texture. I like to take a ton of photographs when I'm photographing water. I set up my composition exactly how I want it, fine-tune it in, and then without moving the camera at all, I take, you know, I've taken probably 30, 40 pictures just of this one composition here. Definitely take a ton of photographs when you're in these situations. The ocean, moving clouds, water, you know, you will not regret it later. It might be a pain, you know, to look through the photos later, but so what, you know? I mean, I'm not here every day, so you got to make the most of it for sure. I guess I'm done here. I'm cold and wet, soaked actually. So I just got to climb back up these waterfalls to the car, turn on the heater, dry out my gear, and head back into town to grab something to eat. I'll still be shooting this afternoon. I just don't know where exactly yet.
Well, I thought I was done until I came to an intersection in the forest road on my way back to the main road, and it got super foggy. It's really thick fog. I mean, it's like straight up pea soup. It kind of gives a nice abstract quality, but I need to find the perfect set of tree trunks to photograph it with. So yeah, I'm just driving up this road right now and scouting things out, hoping to find something good.
All right, well, I found a gorgeous set of trees over here. They've got V's, they've got curves, they've got all sorts of good stuff going on. Fog is still super thick, so
I'm just gonna go ahead and get started here. Since it's so windy, I'm using an ISO of 800. With the 5D Mark IV, I don't hesitate to do 800, even 1600, especially for a landscape image with lots of detail. You really can't see the noise pattern at all. Alright guys, it was a nice surprise to end the day on that image, and I'm done. I'm calling it. So it has been a cold, wet, long, memorable, great, productive day, and totally glad that I stuck it out and, you know, kept photographing during these conditions. But it is definitely time to head back, grab something to eat, and think about my plans for tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. There's not going to be any more fog. There's not going to be no more detours. My underwear is soaked. That's true.